Hi, Leo. Welcome back. Welcome in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Long time no see. It has been a little bit since I've done anything except for collective reads, just because that's what um, I had the bandwidth for. So now, as I have more time and energy opening up, I'm going to pour it back into this channel. So I hope you guys will pour into it with me, help it grow, help it explode, all of those great things. Before we jump in with our cards to do our seasonal Maban shift into fall energy check in, we're going to be using our singing bowl to clear any lingering energy that needs to be cleared, to connect to each other as a collective, and then as a collective directly to spirit. If you would like to use this time to call on any specific guides, deities, archangels, any beings of light that you would like to be present for this reading, please feel free to do so now. The more, the merrier. All right, guys. Let's go ahead and get into it. Okay. Spirit, speak to me and through me to the Leo collective, please. What energies are moving around them, through them, towards them, all of those good things. What do they need to know at this time? What does Leo need to know at this time, Spirit? Spirit, speak to me and through me to the Leo collective. Let's see what that was. Ooh, Temperance. Sagittarian energy, fellow fire sign. This is a really nice, even-keeled, tempered energy. When you think of tempering something, it's taking it from one state to another, from its elevating states, because it doesn't necessarily change what that is. Like when you temper chocolate, it doesn't go from chocolate to gold. It goes from chocolate to just a more refined, different, smoother state, right? But it's still chocolate. Same with anything else that you temper, things back and forth, and like alchemizing and working with. It's a very fluid process. That's the energy that I feel around you. It's very fluid, it's very healing, it's very exploratory, like exploring yourself, exploring ways in which you can heal yourself. Maybe you're working on anger management, some sort of temper that you may have. I feel like you're working on um, not minimizing, that might not be the right word, but just having different reactions to things, not getting so worked up, not letting things raise your blood pressure or make you shout, yell, what any and all of those things, not letting people get you to that place. Tempering your emotions. This person also has 1 foot in the water and 1 foot on land. So this is very much having 1 foot in your emotions, identifying them, working through them, processing them, and then having 1 foot remaining on the ground, remaining very practical, pragmatic, and grounded, keeping you grounded and firmly planted in reality versus letting yourself drift off and things going kind of awry. This is you diving deep into your emotions and then using that depth and using that exploration here in the 3D, in the physical world. This could have something to do with like controlling how you are in a work environment. Maybe your temper has gotten the best of you and you know you need to like figure it out, or you could be on thin ice. I definitely see you're working really hard on something, but it's not just like physical labor that you're not working to like create anything. It feels like you're working really hard on your inner self, on your on your inner emotions and how you process them, how you identify them and move through them. I'm kidding. Why is this in reverse? Okay, let me fix that. There we go. All right, what else is here for Leo as they're tempering, as they're working, doing the deep work? This Ace of Wands has flipped over twice. I'm going to go ahead and take it. Inspired ideas, inspired actions, literal download straight from source. It could be coming to you in a dream, something you just wake up and you're like, oh my God, that's the best idea that I've ever had. Excuse me. And it's also something that you're really passionate about. Maybe you haven't felt that passion in a while, but it's something new coming in for you that is fiery and quick. It's going to come in fast, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and you're going to jump on it because it feels like you've done some legwork here. You've leveled up in some way or another. It feels specifically around your emotions. You've leveled up. So it's like a reward. It's like a reward for your hard work. You're being handed this brilliant idea, not just going to make you money. It's not just going to be like a fun idea to explore. It's going to light you up from the inside out. This is also just letting yourself shine so you can attract these possibilities, these opportunities, these inspirations. Being your true authentic self, living in your full color, all of the things. Whoa, okay. We'll take them. It looks like my 4 cards, so we'll take it. Justice, that flipped over a few times. Justice, the Hermit. Ain't no way. Excuse me. This is the almost exact same reading as Cancer. It's kind of interesting. But instead of Temperance, they had the Devil and they had a Chariot here. I don't know. It's very similar. It could be a cusper. It could also just be a very collective energy that we're moving through right now. It feels like people, the collective that will be watching this, that will be drawn to these types of videos, is definitely going through an awakening, through an ascension of some sort. And I feel like we are all being called on a very similar path. One that we've been preparing for, one that Spirit has been putting us in situations to temper us, to make us stronger, to make us wiser, so we know how to act when we're put in the line of combat again, when we have to defend ourselves over and over and over again. But the scales are for sure balancing out. If something has felt really unbalanced and really unstable, things are balancing out. Justice is on its way. Like, on a global scale, this feels like, if you're in the US, you may be privy to a situation where our current president, a lot of people don't feel like he actually won. He's even said it himself several times. There could be something coming to light where justice is, I don't want to say served, but justice is given and the rightful president will be made president, and all of this, I'm not going to say this nightmare is going to be over like that, because I feel like there's some other things that are going to have to happen. You could be joining a coven. You could have a coven and you are very intently working with them. This could be an online community as well. I feel like we're being called, though, to disconnect from the virtual, from the internet, specifically socials, and reunite with people in our real world communities, in our actual village. So we are all prepared and we're all on the same page, that when it's ready to have boots on the ground, you're ready to go. You know the plan, because it's going to happen fast. These changes, things are going to start shifting really fast. Justice is going to come in really swift, really cutting, and it's going to be like a flip. Divine Feminine is going to be, I don't want to say in control, because it's not about control, but it's going to, the Divine Feminine is coming back into power, is coming back into its rightful space. Because where it's at right now, where this dynamic of toxic masculinity that has been oppressing and literally everything has been built around is not going to hold up very much longer. It is crumbling under the pressure. And the divine feminine is ready, willing, able, waiting to exact justice, to deliver justice, and take their rightful place when justice is delivered to them. When things do switch, when the script is flipped, it's like you, amongst a lot of other people, are going to be ready to go. You're going to know you've spent this time figuring out your path, figuring out your purpose, figuring out how to navigate situations without flying off the handle, without making a situation worse, whatever the case may be. So when you are in that position again, you handle it differently, and you handle it in a more productive and more progressive way. What else is here for Leo? What else is here? Oh my God. That is obviously way too many. I feel like you and Cancer specifically are going to have a really prominent role in this. I think Cancer probably because they are that divine feminine energy that is rising. And maybe Leo's role is their protector, someone who has done a lot of internal work, done a lot of their own healing, and can now act on behalf. Can act on behalf of the divine feminine, whether you're masculine, feminine, male, female, this, that, third. It really does not matter. Literally, genitals do not matter. What matters is your spirit. What matters is your intention. I feel like your intention is to protect people, and I feel like your intention is to progress. Witch's Rosary, I'm pretty sure it was either Cancer or Gemini. Those are the only two that I've done today. Got this as well. It's all very interconnected. It's all very intertwined. I feel like our community is going to be our biggest asset at this time. Talk to people in your sphere, in your neighborhood, in your community, in your whatever, who think like you, who think differently than you, but in respectful ways, not people who we're not forcing ourselves into situations or around people who are ops, essentially, is how that's going to break down. People who are haters, who are literally just, it doesn't matter. I'm not going to go in the details about it. You understand what I mean. Surround yourself with people. Bud, hold on a sec. Are you okay? Sorry about that. It sounded like the front door opened, and it did. Because he was letting the cats in. Okay, on the bottom of the deck, we have shape shifting. Transformation is not the loss of what once was. It is the evolution of a more powerful self. I feel like that's the space that you've been in. You've been evolving. You've been changing. You've been alchemizing, I feel like, because you've been through a lot. Oh, I feel like we all have. September has been a wild month. But it feels like it's only going to get wilder. There's going to be some really weird shit that happens. It's going to be hard to tell what's real and what's fake. Just when you find yourself questioning, just turn inward, turn to spirit, ask for clarity, ask for guidance, ask for a clear mind, and just shut out the noise. I think it's going to be really important for a lot of us to disconnect. And not in like an unhealthy, running away from, burying your head in the sand way. I just see connecting in real life to like joining, it doesn't even have to be churches. It could be some sort of groups, book clubs even, where you read books that are relevant to today's times. Animal Farm, things of that nature. Tankard, celebration, fun, enjoyment. Yes, we love it. Oh, and rainbow. The most difficult part of a situation is over. Oh, well, that is confirmation and clearing up what I just said. It's not going to get, it might get weirder, but I don't think it's going to get like worse. I feel like it can only get better. The better it gets, the better it gets. We got to shift our focus. We got to shift our focus on what we do want versus what we don't want. If your life on a global scale, minute scale, a very personal scale to you is not to your liking, you can always shift it. You can always change it by changing what you focus on, what you put your energy into, the words that you say, the things that you think, how you speak to people around you. The most difficult part of a situation is over. Let's get the Citadel card, and then we'll do our fairy tale Lenormand, and then we'll read about our cards. The Poet, relationships, vulnerability. Oh, that's sweet. Let's do one more of these, and then we'll do just one more, please. One more card from this deck for Leo, please, Spirit. One more card from this deck for Leo, please, Spirit. What else? Unseen potential, hesitation, the air. Tradition and order on the bottom of the deck. All those long-standing traditions and the ones that have been built on hate and nastiness, all crumbling. They're all coming to an end. A whip. Yeah, this is like, like I said, you're ready to go. You're ready to do what needs to be done. This coffin here, someone's death could be the catalyst to all of this. As shitty as it sounds, someone's death could be the reason for this celebration, this fun, this enjoyment. Could be a feeling that maybe you haven't felt in a really long time because you felt very held down, this air of like just heaviness. And you haven't really felt like celebrating much. And if you have, it's been kind of half-hearted because there's this thing in the back of your mind. I mean, I feel like for a lot of us, watching a genocide in real time is very disheartening, and it feels like you're helpless. And what am I celebrating when there's literal like millions of people dying for what? For what? And we're paying for it? Absolutely not. Absolutely the fuck not. It feels like someone's death. I'm going to say someone. I think we all know what is going to happen to cause this celebration. I feel like that's the catalyst, and then the real numbers come out, the real results are in, things are set right, and it's like, okay, things are still fucked up because it's still our government, but we're on a path to deconstructing it and tearing it down. If things don't change soon, it's going to happen a lot more violently and quickly than I think anyone's really ready for. I feel like you're ready. You're ready. You're not scared. You're just ready to be called into action because you've been doing the work. I feel like maybe you've been offline. You've been building communities. You've been organizing, showing up. Let's read about Witch's Rosary. Focus, concentration, intention, developing habits, and trust. Your higher self chose this card because it represents the long road to success that guides you to remain focused and intentional. Your situation is not one that will gain immediate results, but is likely to be rewarding with patience and consistent effort. The way forward is to be practical, responsible, and committed to mundane tasks that aren't glamorous but provide security and stability. You will receive this card when you're ready to put in the hard work to see your goal through, although it does remind you to avoid perfectionism. Habits and skills take time to master, so don't take it too personally if you don't get it right at first. You may follow instructions step by step and find that still something is off. Remember that you can always start from the beginning, retracing your steps until you discover the source of your problem. This card also confirms that you're on the right path and should keep doing what you're doing. You may be frustrated if you're not seeing results, which is why this card has made its way to you. Spirit wants you to know that you have done nothing wrong and must trust that your work will be rewarded with time. Witch's Rosary, manifesting chant. This chant is excellent for calling in what you desire, although affirmations work great as well. It can be done with anything that helps you keep consistent in repetition. Okay, go to a place that is quiet and free of distractions. Nature is always best, but you can choose wherever you prefer. Hold the rosary in your hands and place your fingers on one of the beads. Close your eyes and take a deep breath. Then recite your intention or phrase and repeat it for every bead. I myself don't have a rosary, but I do have these bracelets. I'm thinking about doing that. These prayer beads, I think, is another name for those. If you don't like the word prayer for whatever reason, intention beads, affirmation beads, manifestation beads, whatever. Anal beads, I don't care. Just repetition. Remind yourself that you're getting there. You're on the right path. The Poet, let's see. Oh, actually, I just passed the air, I think. So I'm going to read that first. Oh, maybe not. Oh, here's the Poet. Okay. Music, laughter. Oh, that's essentially this. Music, laughter, the swirl of beautiful dresses. Tonight is a night of free from care. Oh, tonight is a night free from care and the troubles of the outside world. Oh, that could be what you're experiencing soon. Amongst the dancers, a single figure draws the attention of everyone present. A flash of embroidered silk, the wave of a hand, and a voice clear as a bell. The poet is life itself, pure and undiluted, instantly in love with every new person they meet. They are drawn to people just as people are drawn to them. That's very much your energy, very Leo. A sonnet ready for every new spark of love. Oh, there is love on the horizon, and it's up to you to embrace it. Whatever your hesitations, it's time to accept the heart pounding, tumbling chaos that is opening yourself up to another. Write poems. Find your song. Find your, has in parentheses, song. Love is creative work. Be your imaginative, authentic self and let other like minded people flock to you. We were just talking about this. This is when you will experience true happiness. Oh, yes. Let your light shine. Live your life in full color and full expression of your truest, most authentic self. And people are going to draw to you, and it's going to be very powerful what you guys can do. The air, let's see. I could have swore I just saw it, but oh, it was the queen. Yeah. Whatever. I feel like the air would be with the suits, right? It is, huh? Right here. The crown sits on a pedestal, full of waiting potential. Years of preparing for a role have led to this moment. The crown is power, it is fulfillment, but it is also a responsibility that will affect every part of the heir's future. The heir has known that this day will come, and yet it feels like a lifetime of learning could never have prepared them for stepping into this role. And the weight of expectation is a heavy mantle, but there's no turning back from it now. The end of every journey signals the beginning of a new one. It is natural to still feel concern about this new path in front of you. You may be hesitating, but trust that you've already laid the groundwork to make this opportunity the most beneficial it can be. The rewards that will come are worth this moment of uncertainty. Okay. We got a few confirmations that you are on the right path. Keep going. If you feel like you've been putting in a lot of really hard, mundane, arduous work, it is going to pay off. It is going to pay off. Whatever you're working towards is coming towards you. There's a lot of life and vitality, vibrancy, laughter, joy, all of those things. All of those things coming in for you. I think I'm going to leave it at that. This feels like a really nice reading for you all. I love you guys so very much. I will see you next time. Bye.